Hello there, my name is Gorka and I am extremely grateful to have you here. If you have seen my last video, I have been pretty busy with client work and I haven't had all that much time to come up with ideas to create passion projects like this one lately. This year I set myself the goal to upload at least 52 videos to YouTube, and that limitation helps me explore and look for new things to create. Despite this though, I have reached a point where I struggle to find creative ideas for this channel. That's exactly why I wanted to create this video and show you what is my approach towards idea generation, both in passion projects and client work. The first thing when it comes to the passion projects is brainstorming. I generally use post-its for that, like this one, and they have definitely served me greatly because I can physically move them around to organize my ideas. I have used electronic solutions in the past as well, like typing or even writing on my iPad with my Apple Pen. But I always come back to, well, at this stage of a brainstorming, I let my brain go wild and capture as much as I can without limitations. The next steps will narrow down the volume, so I try not to constrain myself and throw the craziest ideas if I can. After taking a look at these ideas and thinking about the relation to the topic of the channel, the budget, the production, the complications, I select 15 to 20. And I then, in case of YouTube, go to the platform and with the help of TubeBuddy, which is not sponsored by the way, I see which ones are more likely to work either for views or engagement, and also in terms of SEO and search volume. Even though I don't usually obsess over SEO, by looking at many of the already successful creators in my space, I have planned a big library of very searchable videos that make a great base to build upon. The other thing I actually do is I go to other channels in my space for inspiration. I check what are the most popular video ideas from their latest videos, and I try to see if they are too far apart from the ideas I came up with. This is usually one of the trickiest steps because while I believe it can be very important to follow trends, I aim to be as organic, see-through and natural as possible. So if there's an idea I am very excited about, trends will not be in the picture anymore. Correlating these two to the 15 to 20 ideas from before, I normally end up picking 3 of them. The criteria that makes the decision of the final idea is always my gut though. I am on this journey for the long run, and in order to make it sustainable, I want to enjoy the process. Among these 3 finalists, there's always 1 or 2 that stand out and I want to do more than the other ones. And we have a winner. I then take this video idea and schedule the production in my calendar. In the client world though, even though fundamentally the concept is pretty similar, the steps are a bit different. In this case, prior to any brainstorming session, I always have a meeting with them where I try to understand the 2 main things. One of them is the idea they come to me with. At this point, it is crucial for me to understand the scope, budget, timeline, and as many details as possible. I normally have to put emphasis on the budget since some of the clients seem to forget about that part. All of these are very important to know in order to match them with the proposals I will create for them later. On the other hand, I always try to understand what is the root pain that originates the need to contact me in the first place. Let me explain. Sometimes I get clients that want some set of photos for their website, and when I ask them about the root problem, they talk about the lack of visits to their website. Keep in mind that some of the clients are not experts at all in this field and they just follow orders. So for that reason, it is extremely necessary for me to understand this And once I have gathered enough information, I proceed to analyze their market and check whether any other companies in their space has any issues of that sort and how did they solve it. That generally gives me a pretty good overview of the situation and what are the viable solutions for them. With those viable solutions, I put together two different offers. The first one is always whatever they asked me to do in the first place, and I obviously try to make it as valuable as I can for them. The second solution is what I came up with after the analysis of the market and the competitors. Here I always do the same. I read this somewhere some time ago and it has worked for me several times now. I tell them, of course, we can do whatever it is they asked me to do in the first place. But after further analysis, this second proposal might be a more suitable solution for the root of your pain. A very important note here is to be careful with the references you show to the client. Try to adjust the references to the budget and scope of the project. If you show a Coca-Cola ad to a €500 project, they will expect a Coca-Cola ad because they don't necessarily know how much a ad like that costs to make. Another relevant tip here is to get as much detail as you can in terms of the expectations on the project. I believe it is so much better to over-explain than to assume things. I can't tell you how many times these assumptions have led to misunderstandings in my projects and have ruined many of them. That's gonna be it for me today though. If you're interested in getting better at this, check out the video where I talk about perfection and how it is harming you as a creative. Also, if you liked the video, let me know by hitting the like button and commenting what is it you liked the most. For those who stuck until now, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.